Presented by Cash and Carry, live from Benedictine Military School. My name is Christian Gokel, and I'd like to welcome you in to the 2026 season of Benedictine soccer here on Watch BC Sports. Your cadets getting ready to take the field here momentarily as they will take on the Richmond Hill Wildcats from just down 95 or 17, whichever way y'all came up to Savannah this evening. However you got here, we're glad you are. We should have a really exciting match between two historically very good soccer programs. BC coming off of another playoff run last year, looking to get back and make even a deeper run this year, led here by senior captain Parker Lewis and a number of other guys who I think are pretty excited to get back on the pitch. Or Facebook. Yep. And Jack Holland, the athletic director here at Benedictine, introducing everyone. And I think we're going to have a prayer and potentially the national anthem as well.
At this time, we ask that you please rise for people ahead here for the pregame match prayer and the playing of our national anthem. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the match we are about to play. Let us enter into this competition in the spirit of sportsmanship with respect for the members of the opposing team. Please bless the players, coaches, officials, and spectators. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ. Help us be aware of his presence with us tonight. Amen.
And as the national anthem there ends, we'll get ready to take the pitch here. And again, cadets coming off of a very successful season last year, but gone is some of that talent. And curious how, especially on the offensive side, the cadets replace some very, very good talent that has gone on to the next level. Now, you have a bunch of talent back, say from the back all the way to the front. And if you remember last year, BC made an adjustment prior to their deep playoff run where they went to three in the back and a more attacking style, more possession, and it really paid off. And it looks like as BC takes the pitch here, we're going to see more of that. The JV cadets put forth a valiant effort a little bit earlier this evening, but fell to Richmond Hill 1-0. And a nice turnout here at Father Albert Bickerstaff Field for the opening game of the season. And we're off. Richmond Hill in possession early here, but BC keeping their form and quickly stolen away. And BC will swing it around to the wing. Nice through ball through. That should be Asher Heron. Plays it in. Great look. Just no one there. And you see Asher Heron there early wearing number 6. Big part of what BC wants to do this year. And Mills Hollis in possession. Up to Parker Lewis. Nice turn. Oh, and just can't get the ball off his boot. Back to Parker. Gets it out. And a nice shot on target. And BC threatening early here. Rolando Gamboa Atincia, who had the initial opportunity. And then Charlie Rodenberg, a freshman. Just off target. But promising stuff early there from the Cadets. Again, first game of the season for BC. More fans continuing to matriculate in as possession will stay with Richmond Hill. Rodenberg pressuring. And that one just drifts past Mills Hollis. And a nice tackle. Good physical tackle there from Mills Hollis. And that will go out of bounds. It'll be a throw. Richmond Hill back in possession. BC has some work to do. And that was Colt Pfeiffer there. Does a nice job shielding the ball out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Cadets. Ben Weisel, the senior keeper for BC. It's kind of a stalwart back there. Come down to Asher Heron, plays it forward. Gamboa. And now BC has some space. And that will roll out of bounds, believe for a corner. And it is. So BC will have their first set piece. Rodenberg did a nice job there, making something out of nothing. It'll be Parker Lewis. Doesn't get any assistance from the official over there, so has to go dig that ball out of the fence. It's a great ball, but it was always the keepers. And counterattack cut short. Atencia did what he could and continues to put on pressure. And Parker Lewis reaps the reward. Now BC. Good possession there, and they'll send it all the way back to the back line. And they'll swing it around. And that ball kind of goes into no man's land. Fortunately for BC, Richmond Hill backing off. Nice turn by Mills. And he finds Parker Lewis. I think we're going to be able to say that about 1 million times this year. And thus far, BC liking this right side. And a couple of scary moments there for Richmond Hill, but they get it out, but only as far as Mills Hollis. And that should stay with the Cadets. It does. And BC takes possession again. Really, since the opening minute, BC's been in control. And Weisel's got a little work to do there. He'll take his time. Swings it out to the wing. A nice play over there. And BC's got a chance to run. Oh, that was closer than Richmond Hill wanted. Again, it's been all pressure from BC early. And Rodenberg again, the freshman, but no one grabs onto it. And it's going to be a foul. That'll go against Michael Groover, who last year as a freshman played some significant minutes, now back as a sophomore, very much a veteran. And Richmond Hill will use this as a set-piece opportunity, cleared out. But only as far as about the 20-yard line there. This is Richmond Hill's best possession thus far, coming off the set piece, and now BC has a chance to counter. Can't quite hold on to it. And we'll see our first substitution of the day from Richmond Hill. Again, BC doesn't love to substitute too much. At least they didn't last year. Like to play with their starting 11. As a Blackhawk flies overhead. Part of the home field advantage here at Benedictine. Military aircrafts flying overhead. I would say sand gnats as well, but I think Richmond Hill is just as used to those guys as we are. As Richmond Hill is starting to work that right side. Good penetration here from Richmond Hill. They got a chance to get a ball in. Shut down. And that'll be a corner for Richmond Hill. BC will have to be on their toes here. Weisel having a battle at striker, but gets it out. And Mills can't quite handle it. BC will have to settle back into defense, but a chance to press forward. What a nice move. Good penetrating run, but silly mistake, offsides there for Richmond Hill. So 10 minutes in, entertaining opening half here. Neither team having too much success in possession on the other teams, or in the other team's third. A lot of give and take here in the middle third. And 8 has been dangerous for Richmond Hill tonight. Oh, no one claims it for the Cadets, and Wise will have to clear. He does, and that's going to go out of bounds. No, saved. And that one, not really to anyone. There's Heron in possession. And that one, not really played to anyone, but it kind of bails BC out of some pressure. And they have a chance to push forward now, moving that back line. And it feels like Richmond Hill's starting to settle into this one. That's a lovely pass. BC with some work to do here, and Weisel right where he needs to be. Strong defense there by Eli Saunders as well, wearing number 7. And that one blocked out of bounds by a Wildcat. And a great pass. Really, Richmond Hill starting to open it up here. Goes right around his man. And BC's got work to do. They do it. But only cleared as far as midfield. But you're starting to see Richmond Hill really starting to beat BC up on the edges. Good switch. And BC has time now. We'll play it back and hold on to it. Nice give and go. And that one rolls out of bounds. BC will have a throw in. A deep one all the way to the striker. But gives it up. Now Richmond Hill has a chance to press. Again, Richmond Hill has a few guys that look very comfortable on the ball, kind of creating their own space. And that's been the difference thus far. Yeah, you see another example right there. Very, very nice piece of skill. Richmond Hill out to the corner, plays it in, but Saunders is away. Groover, excuse me. And Mills Hollis had enough of that. There's Heron. Oh, and official, I think, missed a trip. That was going to be a nice give and go between Asher Heron and Parker Lewis, but Parker Lewis got tripped up and the official wasn't looking at it. Fortunate for Richmond Hill, but BC will stay in possession. BC just kind of matriculating down the sideline with these throw-ins. All the way back to Mills Hollis, and the BC swing it around the back line. up to Groover. Parker Lewis, nice move. But again, everything's backwards, it feels like, for BC. A little hot off of Saunders' foot. He couldn't really control it. And it's stolen away. And BC will get a free kick. Rolando with a nice piece of work. And he's, I think, just taking advantage of a little extra rest. Hopefully he's okay. I think he's going to have to be subbed off. Hopefully just a cramp. And we're going to take a quick break while they attend to him. This is Benedictine Soccer on Watch BC Sports. We'll be back after this.
I'm Kenny Granger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
The new year means new goals. Proven Fitness Savannah has the facility and high-level coaching to help you see your fitness goals flourish in 2026. Stop by and see us at 7602A Waters Avenue or check us out on Instagram and Facebook. There you see Rolando having to hobble off the field under assistance. Hopefully he's okay. And we'll let you know if we get any updates. But for now, BC has a free kick here. As Parker Lewis stands over the ball. Official going over to have a conversation with Benedictine's coaching staff. And he's going to give a yellow card. I couldn't tell if that was to the head coach or to the player, but it looks like it was a substitution violation. So if someone's on a yellow for the Cadets. Again, all I can imagine is that was a substitution violation. Somebody didn't check in with the official. Which you would think they'd have a little bit of couth to him with an injury. But as things stand, we're back to ready play, and BC's on a yellow. That one kind of played into no man's land there. A nice ball at the sideline from Richmond Hill. Gets them out of trouble for the time being. And that one will be played out of bounds. So BC without their starting striker at the moment. That one attempted for Asher Heron, but cut short. It was some nice one-touch soccer there from the Cadets, but now they have to defend. And they do so very well. And BC with a chance here. That was an ugly pass coming out of the back. That one's through. Keeper Johnny on the spot, but that was dangerous. And now Richmond Hill with some pressure of their own. BC does well, but they'll also have to defend a corner here. Ben Harvey, the junior, has checked in at striker for the Cadets. And Richmond Hill will go with a short corner. A nice move. Another one. But BC doing a nice job holding their positions. Keeper way out of his box to defend that one. Again, another nice piece of skill there from Richmond Hill. And a missed touch from the Cadets and a even less confident clearance. And again, Weisel right where he needs to be, but right now Richmond Hill seems the more comfortable team on the ball. BC's just almost taking advantage of a couple silly mistakes from the Wildcats. They'll go all the way back to the keeper. Again, no one home for the Cadets there. A nice touch. BC defending well, but now we got to get out. And they can't do it. Nice touch for Parker Lewis. Oh, man. That was a couple of feet from really being on. Oh, Parker Lewis just couldn't pull the trigger. And when he did, the window was closed. But BC finding a little bit of life. Nice pass off the outside of his foot from 8, but couldn't quite squeeze it through. And a wonderful tackle. Oh, no. I mean, that was a picture-perfect tackle from Max Kopic, but they're going to call a foul. I don't know that tackles get much better than that. Fortunately, the official kept the card in the pocket and didn't make it worse than it already is. And it looks like they're going to try to send this in. They are. But doesn't even get inside the 18. Parker Lewis in possession. Back to Mills. BC well done under pressure so far. And does a good job to not panic. But again, just a missed skip off the turf. And Mills a bit of skill to no one. And now they got to deal with some speed. I would love to put a GPS monitor on Mills Hollis and see how many miles he runs in a game because he's all over the place. BC will have to defend another corner here. They went short last time. Again, two very talented programs with aspirations of deep postseason runs. And they're going to put this one in the mixer here. Oh, and they found a Richmond Hill player, but fortunately for BC, he pulled out the 9-iron and stuck that one well over the net. Again, Richmond Hill leaving 5 players well towards the goal. Weisel does a nice job. BC in possession, and they're up on Richmond Hill right now if they'll push. Just got to get the ball off their boot. Some defending to do, and well done. And it just goes right around them. That's our first shot on target tonight. And Ben Weisel does a nice job with it. That was a bit of a worm burner. They got his body behind it. And Colt Pfeiffer did a good job defending there. And this one's going to go all the way to the keeper. And Parker Lewis had possession there. Gets double teamed. And Michael Gruber does a good job getting to the corner, but a heavy touch. And it goes back over to the Wildcats, but BC has a chance to pin him in here. Nice ball out. And that's a really nice bit of play here from Richmond Hill. They're going to send a long switch, but BC in good position, but a heavy touch. It goes back to the Wildcats. Mills all over the place. And Richmond Hill will reset at the top. It's a good job by the freshman there. But again, it was a BC in control for the first 8 or 9 minutes. As Ben Weisel, good job there. BC was in control for the first 8 or 9 minutes, but Richmond Hill settled in, and really they've been setting the pace ever since. Weisel going to send this one long. But a chance for BC to get out now. Reset their lines. And somehow that stays in bounds. A nice turn. But heavy touch. Possession will go over to Richmond Hill. Again, BC struggling to maintain any kind of possession right now. They're doing a lot of running without the ball. Nice switch. A great through ball. Weisel's all over it, escorts it out of bounds, and we'll have a goal kick. If there's one thing BC's done very well tonight, it's just been the organization of that back line. It kind of rotates between 3 and 4 players as Richmond Hill pushes. But they've been right where they need to be. Has no John Brenton this evening for the Cadets. One of their starting center backs. And Ben Harvey does a good job, but needs help. And will make his own as BC will get a free kick. Looks like some tired legs at the moment for the Cadets as well. You wonder, it's tough. It doesn't matter how much you run. Game conditioning is different. Being the first game of the season. If you look just to the left of the Richmond Hill bench, you'll see where it's coming from. That's a great ball in. And Parker Lewis will get called for a foul there. Trying to hold on to possession for the Cadets. This has the feel of one of those games where a goal could really open things up one way or the other. Neither team risking too much at the moment. Temperature starting to drop, fortunately, here in Savannah, so we haven't had a visit from the sand nets. That'll last about a week. And just miscommunication there from the Cadets, not letting their man know that he has someone on his back. And now Richmond Hill almost had a nice give and go there, but pushed away from the Cadets. And a long switch is going to chase Richmond Hill almost back to midfield. And another one. They're just losing ground. Good step. And that throw should stay with the Cadets. Oh, no. I think that might have been the official being influenced by the bench he was looking at. But ball don't lie. It's going to roll out of bounds over here for a Cadet throw. And again, BC just can't hold on, can't string together 2 or 3 passes right now. And they have a man in. Calls for offsides. But strong defense negates any threat there. And can't keep it in. It's a good idea. BC was there the whole time. And keeper puts his man kind of in a dangerous spot there. It was him and 3 Wildcats, and it goes to one of them. Again, Richmond Hill just dominating possession right now. It's going to go right back to him here. It's a good run. Waiting for the next one. And some tricky moments there defensively for the Cadets. Thought it might have run out, but as the night cools down, field's getting slick, and some of those balls are starting to kind of hang right there on that end line. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the half. That ball was blocked by another Richmond Hill player, just kind of made it through the entire line right to the feet of one of the back Richmond Hill players, and he kicked it into his own guy. And just another absurd call as a BC player gets tackled from behind and called for a foul. And Richmond Hill now with a chance probably to put this one in the mixer. Oh, a nice job. They're trying to set up one of their big attacking midfielders with a shot on goal, but BC, nice step. Oh, and that's in. Oh, and that's going to go against the keeper. Keeper reached out and grabbed a man. Yeah, keeper's going to get a yellow card. He grabbed the man while he was on the ground. They're going to stop the clock while they talk about this. Again, Asher Heron with a lovely ball through. Misjudged by a Richmond Hill defender because they were all up over midfield, one-on-one with the keeper. They both kind of stumbled, and the keeper reached out and grabbed him. But, I mean, I think Richmond Hill will probably trade that yellow card there. But a chance just before half for BC to get something on frame. Oh, and a lovely shot. BC sends it back in, and that'll do it for the threat, but good stuff from the Cadets. Parker Lewis put it on frame, made the keeper work for it. And quickly, Richmond Hill is on the attack. Doing a good job by BC's back line, just kind of making up for some missteps from the midfield. Just holding their formation very well. Asher Heron, keeping the man in front of him, did a lot of work to move about 2 or 3 yards. But again, BC just can't find anybody's feet right now. Whereas we're seeing some really nice combination play here from Richmond Hill. Good turn. And BC here, chance to reset their lines. But Richmond Hill has no problem leaving 3 or 4 guys up as attackers. A nice stick. And that ball is going to roll towards the corner. I don't know if it's ever going to go out. It doesn't. And it gets played off a cadet. Take under 3 minutes to go here. I think we're going to get a substitution here. Yep, keeper. Richard will make another sub as well. I think with some missteps on defense, both teams feeling fortunate to get out of here. Potentially. Still got 2.5 minutes, but 0-0 at halftime. Nice give and go, but BC getting back defensively with support. Back to the freshman. He has 2 guys on him, needs help. Does a nice job. BC just can't do anything with it. That was a good possession. Asher Heron gets chase, uses the body. Nice ball in, but really to no one. BC arguing for a handball. But instead, we're going to get a foul on the cadets. I think the ref said it was incidental contact with the arm. And Richmond Hill playing quickly here. And maybe to their detriment, Asher Heron has lots of green grass in front of him. Can play the long one. The keeper fresh into the game on his toes. That was a great ball. BC has to defend 30 seconds on the clock. And well done by Ben Harvey. 20 seconds. Got to go. Oh, man. Oh, what a save. Oh, my goodness. I mean, maybe the substitution of the year here in the first game. 2 huge saves from the keeper. That was really well done from BC in the final moments there. But as we stand at the half, 0-0. I mean, unbelievable stuff there from the cadets at the end. Something I think you can build on. Don't know if Richmond Hill just ran out of gas or BC might have found something. You see some conversations happening, just logistics between the captain and the officials. And we got about 9 minutes here of halftime. We're going to say thank you to some sponsors, and we'll be back with a second half coverage here on Watch BC Sports.
Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings is one of Savannah's most popular. Could be the New York style pizza, or the pasta, or sandwiches, or wings. Whatever you choose, Cool Vibes has their own unique style. Check them out at 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. Criminal defense, family law, child custody, DUI, and divorce. When so much is on the line, you need expert legal representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted the Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023 and an Avo top attorney rating of 9.7. You can count on Jonathan V. Dunn to leave no stone unturned to deliver the justice you seek. Contact 912-200-9352 or online at jvdattorney.com. BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook.
Welcome back into Father Albert Bickerstaff Field. Christian Gokel, glad to have you alongside as we're getting ready for second half action between your Cadets and the Richmond Hill Wildcats. It was an interesting first half. BC dominated possession for the first 10 minutes, and it was all Richmond Hill up until the final few seconds. And BC with a couple of chances to stick one in the back of the net. I think both teams feeling fortunate right now that this is a 0-0 game, but also thinking, hey, we probably have a chance to be up 2-0. So as things sit, all square, and should be a really exciting second half. Again, I think a goal would really open up this game. And you got two teams very capable of pouring them into the back of the net here. And I think the official having a conversation with a young man about his shin guards. And I think he just kind of said, you got something in there? That's fine. He'll inspect another. Just trying to keep the young men safe. The coach might be getting, he will. Both coaches with a yellow. I think they're saying, hey, you've got a couple guys out there whose uniform isn't up to code, shin guard wise. And I think 8 might have to come off. And he has far and away been the biggest threat for Richmond Hill in the first half. So I wonder if they make him substitute or if they're just going to sacrifice the shin guards of a player who might not get in. And it's not the conversation as a player you want to be having with your coach. The young man runs back onto the field with a borrowed pair of shin guards. And they'll send the second young man off to get himself another set of shin guards. I love high school sports. And again, I saw a couple of the young guys at the end of the bench pulling off their shin guards, sacrificing them to the varsity starters. It's like, Coach, I knew I wasn't going to play, but you're going to make me give up my gear too? And I think the official is going to say both of these players have to start on the bench because of this delay. So Richmond Hill will have to substitute a couple of guys in until the next dead ball. So it should be interesting. Both head coaches now on a yellow. So any cross words to the official and you could be without your head coach. So at least initially, Richmond Hill will be without 2 of their starters. And the second half, mercifully, is underway. And BC will work all the way back to the keeper. And you think BC might be able to take advantage of having a couple starters out, but yeah, Richmond Hill will have to wait for the next dead ball. Somehow that sneaks through and is just going to get to the keeper. And BC pressing here, trying to recapture that spark they had at the end of the first half. Back up to Parker Lewis. Swings it over to Asher Heron. BC trying to stay in possession. They do. And Charlie Rodenberg going to have that one run out of bounds on him, but it'll be a BC throw. A nice move. Asher Heron using his body. Still working. Richmond Hill, couple of touches and they're out. Just all the way down the sideline. But hits off the gut of a cadet, goes out of bounds, and Richmond Hill will get a substitute back to full strength for the Wildcats. Right to Mills Hollis. Ben Harvey, plenty of time. That one's going to go off out of bounds off a Richmond Hill player. And settle at the feet of Parker Lewis, who almost sneaks one through, but well done by the defender there. Parker Lewis doing some defending of his own. And takes possession back for the Cadets. Well done. But BC gets it right back, and they're in trouble. Again, be grabbing near that 18. It's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. Good recovery defense there. Really the first misstep we've seen from that back line tonight. Ooh, boot near the face there. Official says play on. Oh, dangerous pass. BC basically just played a through ball in for Richmond Hill. Oh, and a foul going to be called. Looked like a good tackle there, but he did step over the leg. Low ball in. Richmond Hill comes out with possession, though. They have a man in the corner if they want him, or they can put it back in the mixer. Instead, they retreat. And again, back line holding strong for the Cadets. Mills battling back, does a good job. Yeah, he's going to earn a foul there. It's well done by one of the leaders of this team. Official's going to have him move it back about 3 feet. There we go. That's just right. BC going to send this one long. I don't really know what the idea was there. I think it might have just been a mishit. Probably the simplest explanation. And now Richmond Hill's out and running. Yeah, if there's one thing you can critique BC for tonight is there's just too many passes that don't find anyone's feet. Just kind of out in the middle of no man's land. And a hard tackle by Mills Hollis there. Fights off 3 Richmond Hill players, and finally they take it away from him. But, man, fighting. And now BC's got to recover. Saunders does a nice job. And Charlie Rodenberg clears it out. Again, Richmond Hill. Offensive formation for sure. Just consistently with 3 guys on the top line. Good ball in. The better defending from the Cadets. They went straight up in the air, though. Got to get that out. Again, just nervous defending. Which way is he going to point this one? BC with a man down. And are they going to give this to Richmond Hill? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, no. First game. Can it be? And someone on the BC staff just got a yellow. I think that might have been the second on Charlie Moore, but he ducked behind an assistant wisely. Let the assistant. And a nice save by Ben Weisel there. Yeah, let the assistant eat the yellow card. That should be Cadets. And BC's going to get a call. Kind of a tedious first 10 minutes here for both teams. Neither team really able to find a rhythm here. And that's got to be a card. I mean, he was running open to open grass and got tackled from behind. That usually goes as a yellow, but either way, it'll be a free kick for the Cadets. Still a chance here. That's going to go out of bounds off of Mills's chest. I was about to say, he's got about 10 yards ahead of where he should have been. Nice touch. And that one's dangerous, but going to be called offsides. BC with a chance to recover here. As the clock ticks under 30 minutes to go. Two teams get a really good test here early in the season. Nice play defensively for Richmond Hill. And a couple of touches later, and they're in. Good defending there from the Cadets. But plays it again to a Richmond Hill player. Fortunately, that'll roll out of the back for a goal kick. Too many passes to men in white tonight. And that one a little overcooked from the keeper. Oh, through the wickets, but to the Cadet. And I want to roll out of bounds. Parker Lewis had possession for a moment, but that's good versus good. And BC just can't get the ball off him. It's like it's glued to his foot. It's a great ball in, but BC again, great positioning along that back line. And BC is finally going to get a call. BC plays quickly and sloppily, and now they're out of position. You try to be cute playing it quick, and your whole defense is out of position now. And Ben Weisel erases a lot of mistakes. And that one's not played to anyone, but BC just not running to the ball right now. Stagnant for the Cadets these last few minutes. A lot of hands on hips. That's kind of the effect when the other team dominates possession like this. It's more along the lines of what he's looking for the first time. Nice touch. Oh. And the young man recently subbed in for Richmond Hill, puts his head on the line. And again, BC trying to be cute instead of clearing. And got to send it long. He's got Parker Lewis. One more touch. Oh, great defense, because that was one touch away from being on. Asher Heron steals it back. And just gets absolutely demolished from behind. And the young man will be shown a card. Again, And BC was on there. And this is in a dangerous spot. Good scoring opportunity for the Cadets. Charlie Moore barking in orders. Oh, worm burner, but right to the keeper. Just needed a touch. I like the idea. But again, Richmond Hill, 2 or 3 passes, and they're all the way down the field. And Ben Weisel was there all the way. Oh, it's not Ben Weisel, excuse me. Didn't notice we had a substitution. Tobin Zakowski. First time I've seen the keeper's back. That's all. There was a number change. And a mistouch. BC with a chance. I like the idea there from the captain. See if the keeper off the line, trying to stick one over his head. Creative. And I think, yeah, they're going to get a call against Richmond Hill. It was a nice tackle by Asher Heron, and the young man grabbed his hip. As Parker Lewis lumbers over. He's done a lot of running tonight. Number 10 puts it in. And right to the keeper. Made him work a little bit, but still, you need somebody diving for that ball. Just a touch to careen that ball in the net. That's a great ball. Great defense by Saunders. Oh, just can't hold it. And does a good job escorting it out of bounds. He's gotten more comfortable as the game's gone. And BC, what a ball. Needs one more. BC needs help, but slow reinforcements. Oh, it was a great opportunity. BC still in possession. Needs one more. Asher Heron down the side. And it's going to be a throw in. Hiding behind that power pole there. I think he's saying he threw the ball too far down the line. Needs to be closer to the corner. A heavy touch, but earns it back. Nice turn. Good ball. Mill splits 2 guys. And just no one at home in the middle. He had a man down for a second there for the Cadets, but he's up and moving. I think as there's a stoppage in play, they're going to make BC sub. I think Michael Groover wanted to try to tough it out, but they stopped play, so they'll have to sub. And Richmond Hill with a chance here. BC kind of fumbling. But too long. Let the reinforcements arrive. And now Parker Lewis back in possession. BC with a chance to reset their lines. Don't want to get overextended here. And a bad pass puts BC back in possession. Nice combination play from the Cadets. Asher Heron's going to have a long one, and that's going to worm its way out of bounds for a corner kick. Better from the Cadets these last 5 or 6 minutes. They've looked the more dangerous team here recently. Again, if there's going to be rust anywhere, it's going to be in the final third trying to score. And that one. Love the design, but no one home. Somebody's got to attack the front post. And now BC is in scramble mode. And what a save. And that's offsides anyway. It's a nice job by Tobin there with a save. It was offsides either way, but still, it's been no drop-off after the halftime substitution. And BC going the wrong way. And BC going to earn another free kick. Official's going to stop the clock here. And he's got a card. I think talking back to the official, probably the call on that one. Somebody's got to make just a direct run at that front stick because the keeper's just, that's free reign over that 6-yard box right now. Again, but no one there. And now BC's got to run. It's a good idea, but again, finds white shoes. And that should absolutely be a foul. Which one do you want? Dealer's choice. Okay, got to make the keeper work. Lewis looks to the side for direction. Puts it on frame, makes the keeper work, but again, got to have somebody flashing across. And a nice step. Mills has to recover now, and he's hustling. But Saunders does a good job. He's played really well in the second half. Oh, and he's on. It's a lovely switch. Just came up a bit short. And BC's going to get called for a handball. Get a couple of chances. You just got to feel comfortable turning and facing the goal. BC playing a lot of play the way you face. BC just can't clear their line right now. And it's good. Got a couple of chances now for Richmond Hill have gone up and over. As the temperature continues to drop here. So we're now over an hour through this game. It's been intense. It's been at a feel of not the first game of the season. Maybe not the desperation of a playoff game, but that's a great ball. And offsides is the call. Don't know that it would have mattered anyway. But again, both teams playing with a nice level of intensity here. Obviously, a little bit of a local rivalry. Two of the premier programs in the area, certainly. Nice touch. See that final pass. He's got a man wide to the right. There it is. There's a freshman. Gets a shot off and earns a corner. That's better from the Cadets. And I think BC looking for the ball. It's stuck over behind the net. BC trying to keep the pressure on here. It's been good. That's a great ball in. And Mills Hollis sends it to the weight room. It's funny. It looks like you missed by so much, but just a half a second sooner, that's on frame. It's just the way it goes. BC's got to keep the pressure on here. Don't let up. Good step. Ooh. That's going to be a goal kick here. That's the one man you don't want to let have a free shot at the goal. You saw it just looks different coming off his foot.
Possession, boys. Come on.
Yeah, well done by Tobin there. And we got a cramp. Yeah, not hot, but obviously the first real run of the season for these guys. And when that goes, it goes. Official's going to stop the clock, reset the time. Just under 12 minutes. And he's up. Ben Harvey there making his way to the sideline. He'll have to come out momentarily. And I think we're going to have a drop kick here. Yep, ready play. And BC. It's a nice flip on. But just no one there. It's a great ball, but better defense. Now it's Richmond Hill's turn to pressure. Great tackle by Mills, though, and BC's off. There it is. And it's in! BC breaks through! Landon Cummings with the goal for the Cadets, and it was Mills Hollis on the run. And now, buckle in, because you're about to get 11 minutes of pressure from Richmond Hill. It felt like it was coming these last 15 minutes or so. BC has been the better side. And a couple of substitutions here for Richmond Hill. Best time to score goals after you just scored one. Carries of Richmond Hill starts pouring guys forward. I don't know how much more they could. They've been very offensive oriented this evening. Oh, you knew it was going to come. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. And a huge answer there from Richmond Hill quickly. Just a little lapse in intensity, lapse in composure from the Cadets. And the excitement is about as short-lived as it gets. And BC got to reset here because now they're just giving the ball away. And they're in again. And that one seemed destined for the back of the net. BC fortunate. And all of a sudden, it feels like the field's slanted. A great tackle there. BC just can't get the ball off of them. And fortunate. BC going to substitute here. And I think that's going to do it this evening for Charlie Rodenberg, who made his first start tonight, freshman. The official saying, hey, we're not done subbing yet. Oh, don't know how it says Richmond Hill, but BC going to have to defend. I just can't get it off of their feet. Finally, a clearance. And now BC a chance to counter. And BC's got another cramp. It's unfortunate because BC was out and running. That's Parker Lewis. Asking for some assistance. Oh, that hurts. Anybody who's ever had a calf cramp knows that does not feel good. Smooth golf swing there by Michael Groover. There we go. A little chip out of the sand as his teammate Waller's in pain on the ground. And strength and conditioning coach Stephen Wright there offering some electrolytes. Parker Lewis, of course, just wrapped up a state runner-up run as a kicker for the football team. Made a field goal in Mercedes-Benz. That just doesn't look like that cramp is going to come out. That's tough. That's your 10, one of the leaders of this team. And so now, if you could anymore, you're going to have to lean on Mills Hollis that much more. Just under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. And it feels like Richmond Hill's playing 80 miles an hour and BC's playing quicksand. But they're slowly working their way out of it. That's a lovely ball. That's a better one. I just needed one more, but BC's still in possession. Good ball. One more. And puts it in the mixer a little long. That's okay. And the game clock has not restarted. And they finally start the clock. We'll let that run and catch up with our game clock. The official game clock, as BC clears that one, shows 7:40 now. I don't think the official ever gave the signal to the clock operator, and he can't act of his own recognizance, so I think eventually he did, though. And starting to get sloppy for both teams here. I think fatigue, a big part of that. BC has some defending to do. That's well done. And we're going to stop the clock. Okay. And now they're going to reset it to 5:50. And Mills Hollis digging it out. That was a nice clearance. Let's BC reset their lines. You just got to dig. Find that extra fuel reserve here. BC just got to find something in the reserve tank for these last 5 minutes. There's no one in the middle of the field. That's where Parker Lewis usually reside. Great ball. Richmond Hill just pouring bodies forward, but nice step by Saunders. Quick throw in by Richmond Hill. Forced away by the Cadets. Too many people watching. Somebody's got to do something with it. Good step. Heavy touch. And again, some panic defending, but gets it done nonetheless. Under 4 minutes to go. Mills Hollis, he's got a couple of reserve tanks. That was questionable. Through the wickets. Oh, some good skill from Richmond Hill. They've been fun to watch. but heavy touch, slide tackle, BC possession. If I'm the Cadets here, I'm taking a second. Let everybody breathe. Oh, not a foul. A throw? Okay, now they're going to say. Landon wins it in the air. That's another one. And the keeper, Johnny, on the spot. Coming to 2 minutes here to go in the game. Oh, just kind of tiptoeing through the tackle there instead of going at it. Does better towards the end. There we go. Now we're fighting. And I don't know about that. But that's okay. Good step. Great step. Asher Heron with a nice turn. He's got to get it across. Charlie Rodenberg doing his all. Yeah, through the body there. Under a minute here. Don't know if you're going to have another chance. And he's cramping. Oh, no, they're going to stop the clock. Got another young man cramping there. We decided coming in this evening, two of the premier programs in this area and two programs that have their eyes set on a deep playoff run. And I think both of them got a lot of valuable information out of it, and it feels like it's deserving of a tie. And hopefully that's not the announcer's curse. BC has 57 seconds to defend. Maybe time for one more attack. Got to clear. That was a great turn. And a great step. Right back in the mixer. And a huge step. Oh, that's missed. That's a great step. Desperate attack here. You got 14 seconds. And I don't even know if we're going to get this in. Oh, there you go. And that should do it. Final whistle is going to blow. A very competitive match between Benedictine and Richmond Hill. Again, a lot of effort, a lot of time in there controlled by both teams. BC started early, then for a large portion of that first half, Richmond Hill controlled things. And I thought BC, the better squad there in the second half, some more deserving chances of goals. Just got to find that final pass in the final third. And I think a lot of stuff on film you'll be able to go back and watch and work on. But two really promising squads here and a fun way to get the season started for the Cadets. Well, here's the question. This is a non-region game. People are heading towards the stands, but we might have two very hyper-competitive teams, so I think the coaches have agreed to go to penalty kicks. So about half the stands have left. And again, it could be a tie. But if the teams agree, yeah, they're going to have a little conference here. Or it could just be a tie. Yeah. Coaches have to agree. So we're still waiting for a final decision here. I mean, again, in the grand scheme of things, region is what matters when it comes to playoffs. And so you have a good opportunity here to give your players some shots under pressure, see what your keepers can do. And I think BC gets to determine which goal it's going to be in, and they're going to have it towards the school. So how fun is this? A little extra. Hope all the fans who left tune in to watch BC Sports to watch this penalty shootout. And here's what I'll do for you at home. For every PK they make, I'll add a goal. I know that's not how it'll be officially scored, but just so we can keep track. Try to have a look. See who's out there for BC. I see Parker Lewis. I see Mills Hollis. I think I see Saunders. And Ben Weisel in the net. And Richmond Hill sneaks the first one in. And so it'll be Parker Lewis, who had to be substituted out with about 8 minutes to go in the match with cramps. And he'll take his time. And don't want to aggravate that calf cramp. And he'll bury it. Don't know if I've ever heard a stadium quite as quiet for penalty kicks. But I think we got some nervous parents. Oh, and he got a finger to it, but that lower right side has been the hot corner so far. So Richmond Hill 2 for 2. It'll be Asher Heron, who played a pretty superb second half, trying to answer. And he buries it. Had the keeper guessing. And Ben Weisel's guessed correctly twice. Got his finger to the last one. How fun is this? Young man going to take a healthy run up to the ball. Give him the old Josef Martinez. And skies it. So there's the break the Cadets needed. Now you got to answer. It'll be Eli Saunders here. Richmond Hill 2 for 3. Cadets 2 for 2. And another save. Great save. So we're still even. Can't save that. Off the upright. Nothing fancy about that, but finds its way into the back of the net. So Richmond Hill with 3. BC needs to answer here, or Richmond Hill could win it with their next one. Be Ben Harvey. And it's off the post. So BC got to make a save. It was well struck. Just overcooked it a little bit. So the pressure now resides with Ben Weisel. If you're the person taking the penalty, just put it on frame. Playing with house money right here. And for the ball game. Off the post. Again, overcooked it. You just, in that situation, you got to put it on frame. So BC not dead yet. So Richmond Hill goes 3 for 5. BC's got to bury this one. It'll be the sophomore, Michael Groover. Just find the side of the net, man. Wonderful. Perfectly placed. When BC comes back from the brink. And we'll send on a fresh set. So now, sudden death. think so, right? Well, Richmond Hill only sent 4 out. We'll see how they play it. And well struck. It looks like it'll be. It'll be Abdul for the Cadets. Olubadu. Needs to answer for the Cadets here. Oh, wow. Well struck, and we keep going. Just easy as you please. Just need a magic moment from Ben Weisel here. There it is! Here we go. And the goal scorer for the Cadets, Landon Cummings, will walk like a strut calmly forward, trying to find the back of the net for the second time tonight. The rest of the Cadets have their arms draped around each other for the ball game. It's in, and the Cadets win. Sudden death, PKs, first game of the season. I don't know how we top that. Ben Weisel stays on his head when you need him the most, and Landon Cummings buries his second of the night. And how about that? The Cadets get a win on opening night here of the 2026 season over what is a very, very good Richmond Hill squad. It was evenly matched all night. Teams go to extra, or PKs, excuse me. Skip right over the extra time. And the Cadets get a huge win to start the season 1-0. This has been BC Soccer here on Watch BC Sports. I'm Christian Gokel. We're presented to you by Cash and Carry, and we're going to be with you for a lot of this season as the Cadets make another playoff run. We appreciate everyone tuning in tonight, and glad we got to give you a bit of a show. Appreciate the players providing it. We appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll catch up with you next time.